I know a lot about men. And then when you go upstairs, never say never.
Wait, what?
They want to be fed and
sucked.
See, like that is like my mom would look super hot. And damn, look at that. You look banging in that. Now, would I have sex with her? No.
It's kind of a given.
don't fall down the step.
That's hot.
Why'd you need to say that's hot afterwards?
When we're in the pool, she'll just, you know, come up and grab one of us and just put us in her arms and
Baby, baby, baby.
It's a little weird.
really, it's my mom's my mom's planning this wedding. She's doing everything for it. Whatever Esther wants me to do, I will do. Okay?
Okay. Oh yeah, we back. I wanted to wrap this one up quickly. Ethan, the mother flirting mama's boy, and his mom, Esther. Where we last left off, Esther had just crashed Leyna's bachelorette party after explicitly saying and promising that she wouldn't crash the party. This bitch, really? You liar. And now we're getting into the repercussions of Esther's actions. Oh, she's getting juicy. Get them juices flowing.
It's got my juices flowing.
Before we begin, if you like these series, think about subscribing so you know when the next episode drops. Okay, let's go.
Today I'm playing tennis with Esther and some of her friends.
Okay, first of all, damn, Leyna's got some balls, because not only is she hanging out with Esther, she hanging out with Esther's friends. And although some of them are a little bit more level-headed and like to speak some sense,
I think if they wanted you, they would have invited you.
I can't imagine that they all are like that. I feel like some of them must enable her behavior.
Leyna just had her bachelorette party. Remember when I was in Florida for my other party? I wasn't invited though.
But she came,
I stopped by for 2 minutes. 5 love.
Is she purposely trying to make Leyna feel bad? I mean, you're not supposed to be invited anyway. I thought we established that last episode.
Tennis literally is my full-time job. I am the captain.
Probably Captain Broke. I can't imagine that pays too much. Then again, does live in an extravagant ass house. Then again, she does think she's a young, hot mom. So, I'm not saying, but you know what I'm thinking.
It made sense for me to go because I was in Miami. I literally was staying 5 minutes from her Airbnb.
You crashed the bachelorette party. We're crashing the wedding.
Absolutely.
You guys can all crash the wedding.
Okay, this is just unnecessarily adding fuel to the fire. See, her friends aren't really kind of correcting her actions, and they're more enabling her to still act the way she is by saying, well, if you're gonna crash the bachelorette party, then we're gonna crash the wedding. And then obviously Esther allowing this, when in reality, it isn't even her wedding, so she shouldn't even have a say in who can and can't go.
I did ask you not to come, so I'm just like a little worried that in the future, like you're just not gonna listen to me next time.
I always call.
But that's coming over. This was like an event that's just me.
I
Really
stopped by
worried
for
that
5 minutes.
You see her constantly trying to make excuses to justify her actions. In actuality, she should just take accountability and say, look, I'm sorry, I was wrong, I shouldn't have crashed your party, but, you know, I just couldn't help it. I'm fucking crazy. I think that would translate well and better than her trying to explain herself. Like, it doesn't matter that you just showed up for 5 minutes. It's the principle of things, you know?
I don't consider it flirting. He's been doing it since he was little. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
he's not
sexy, or
he's
hey,
not a little
mama.
boy anymore.
She's got to be kidding me. Like, be jealous of someone else. He's my baby. He's her man. It's such a stupid conversation to have.
It's not necessarily stupid considering the way you guys talk to each other. Now, I can accept mama, baby, like little cutesy pet name stuff, but the whole spanky, grind on me, sexy, like that's not normal.
And spanky, spanky.
Ain't nobody telling their mom to come back it up on them. So yes, you're right. It is stupid. It's crazy. There should not be a comparison. You shouldn't be jealous, but you're allowing room for jealousy by doing and saying these weird-ass flirty things. You're telling me that when you're in your day and age of flirting, you didn't say these kind of things to men and you didn't hear those things back to you? You're telling me you can disassociate yourself from the word sexy and all that, and when your son says it to you, it's different to when a man says it to you.
I would like a, oh my God, she's so sexy.
It's to make me feel good because I'm old.
I don't like it. Kind of weird, especially if anyone else hears it. I'm like really embarrassed.
See, that's what I was saying in the last episode. It could be Ethan is just gassing her up, trying to make her feel good about herself. But like I said, there are better words, adjectives to use aside from sexy. And look, maybe you're used to it and sexy can be fine, and it's the way you say it. If you said, hey, you're looking sexy today, and then add some maybe like the men would love to see you in there. I don't know what it is, but just add some more context to your compliment. Just sounding thirsty and saying your mom looks sexy, now that is troubling. That's a lot of years of therapy required for that one. The problem here is that Leyna just, I have not seen her get any of these compliments once while watching the show. It's literally only Ethan gassing up and making his mom feel good, but not once has he tried to do that with Leyna. You say you love them equally, but your actions don't speak equal.
Ethan, you're so handsome. Ethan, you're so hot. Maybe the wheels will turn, because when you're harping and harping and harping on him, that's not a good look for the girl.
Now, to be honest, that's also a fair point. Constantly needing something and not voicing about it can get quite annoying. To be honest, yeah, maybe if Leyna throws a few compliments Ethan's way and maybe he starts to feel that same kind of affection that he gets from his mom, then maybe he'll start throwing some affection her way too. Now, obviously, I don't know the entire story behind this relationship, because obviously they had to have some level of affection and intimacy to get to this point in their life where they're about to get married. I just don't know at what point did they start to dip, or if it's always been at this level of comfortability in their relationship, but that's just my view on it. What do I know?
I have raised 4 boys. My father lived with me. I know a lot about men. You need to treat your man like a king all the time, and then he'll treat you like a queen. In the bedroom and out of the bedroom.
Firstly, yes, very fair point. Treat your man like a king and he will treat you like a queen. I can totally agree with that. Number 2, did not need to mention the bedroom thing. Clearly, this isn't what it's about, but I love how Esther assumes that there must be some problem in the bedroom as well. Because if Leyna is complaining about, like, attention and affection and needing something, it obviously translates to her not being satisfied in the bedroom or something like that. You're telling me this flirty shit isn't sexual, but then you instantly relate it back to a sexual nature. It's like you don't see the loop that you're speaking in.
Like, what do you mean though?
What do I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so like bake him cookies.
And then shove it up his ass.
And then when you go upstairs, never say never.
Wait, what? Never say never. Fuck. What is this, a Justin Bieber concert? Never say never. This is a very, like, old-fashioned, traditional kind of way of thinking. Cook and treat your man well, and then treat your man well in the bedroom, which, again, I have nothing against, but if that's not the way your relationship rolls, then obviously you can't expect it. That just goes to show that Esther does have some of these expectations of Leyna, even though she doesn't vocally speak about it out loud, but she is now, clearly. Yeah, but it's interesting for her to say that, saying that she knows how to please men and keep them around, yet this is her second marriage. So I wonder what happened in that first marriage, huh? I don't know if you know men very well, or at least shallow men.
Men are so easy to figure out. They just want to be loved unconditionally. They want compliments all the time. They want to be fed and
Sucked.
You know, I'm going to bleep out that word myself. It's very simple.
To some certain degree, yes. Not all men are cavemen, like, so. I mean, to be honest, personally, I am kind of similar. I don't really ask for much or expect for much in terms of my partner. Love unconditionally is fine. Support unconditionally, great, fine. Compliments, yes, sure. My love language isn't necessarily words of affirmation, so that part doesn't translate to me as much. I'm not saying it won't make me feel good, but yeah, sure. The last one, I can't deny it. I mean, I'd be all good with that. But yeah, not all men are the same. They're similar to some certain degree, but you gotta really get to know them first before you go straight to the hole. Let me bake you some cookies and then you can eat my cookie.
If you're saying no in the bedroom, there's another woman out there that will say yes. We're replaceable.
I told her that I want her and Ethan to stop flirting, and she took it as, and then I need to step up my game.
Yo, I was literally just about to say that. I don't even know how we got to this, like, thought process or this part of the conversation. She literally just went up to confront her about the fact that they're too flirty and she just wants them to chill out a little bit. And for some reason, we like looped around and ended up getting to this point where it's like, oh, Leyna's not putting out. Like, what does that got to do with the flirting? Are you saying that because Leyna's not putting out, Ethan's finding affection elsewhere, and elsewhere being his mom, being you, Esther, being the flirting, which is nah?
I don't need advice on how to please my man. That's how I got the ring, baby.
You tell him, Leyna. Sucking. Okay, so now we move on to the next scene where Ethan tries to help pick out a dress for Esther. Ethan works as a fashion designer, so he's got a little know-how on what to wear and what looks good and what not. So I'm just waiting to see how weirdly sexual this is gonna get.
Pink is my color. If you had pink, I think pink and blue go well together.
Okay.
The bridesmaid dresses look bluish gray. That's just why I feel silver would look great, but
I just think silver washes me out.
Pink at a wedding. Right. Definitely not trying to take away from the bride. Yeah, why listen to Ethan's advice? It's not like he's a fashion designer or anything. It's not like this is his field of work. Yeah, all right then.
She does not like when you call me sexy or hottie or cutie. This is crazy because I'm his mother.
my whole life, my mom has been, very affectionate towards me and all my brothers.
First things first, I think you and I have two different definitions of what affection is. Maybe we do have the same definition for affection, but towards different people, they mean different things.
She's always kissed us all the time. She's a little flirty.
Even you yourself just said a little flirty, even though you guys don't consider it flirty, but you literally just admitted that it's flirtatious behavior. You guys are really good at tripping up on your own words, man. I'm keeping the receipts in here. It's fine that it's just fun and games, but you have to look at it from an outside perspective. If someone feels uncomfortable about it, you gotta at least talk to them and console them and be like, hey, if it feels a little uncomfortable, we'll at least not do it around you. That's why I said you can do shit behind closed doors, but you gotta at least listen to what your partner has to say if she's feeling uncomfortable about something.
See, like that is something my mom would look super hot in.
Even that's something my mom would look super hot in. Yeah, don't say that. Don't say that again, please.
You have to wait out here. You can't come in the dressing room with me.
I'm totally fine with that.
Just making a joke like that alone, it's ludicrous for you to think that that's not flirty behavior.
Damn! I like the open leg. I'm not gonna lie, the open leg is sick. That's hot. Damn, look at that.
You like the open leg, and I like you to close your mouth, man.
I mean, you look so good in this. I mean, it's insane.
This is really pretty.
You look banging in that. Like, literally, you look so good.
Close your mouth, bro. Stop saying she looks banging, man. Just say she looks good. Say she looks beautiful. Say she looks elegant. Say she looks stunning. You see, this is top of the dome. I got more words for you, man. You don't have to use the banging, sexy, hot. Like, you gotta reserve those for your partner. Okay, it's not doing you any favors in the bedroom.
So I put in a beautiful after party dress. I love the idea of my mom having an after party dress because it's almost like it's her wedding as well. You are sexy as hell in that.
Is this a normal thing for people to change outfits during the wedding? I remember going to a wedding and no one changed, especially the way that Ethan was explaining it just before. You know, he was saying that it's like this is Esther's wedding as well, you know, something that she's been waiting for a long time. Makes it sound like it should be the bride that gets to change. I feel like this is gonna be another problem.
Not allowed to say that anymore. You cannot call me sexy.
Is gorgeous okay?
Gorgeous is fantastic. I'm so perplexed as to why that isn't in the forefront of your mind and why sexy is. So obviously Leyna couldn't really get through to Esther. Whatever Leyna says, it's gonna backfire because Esther has this mental block, this mental shield around her mind, which allows her to pretty much block out any blame heading her way, because it seems to be a reoccurring theme where she can't take accountability for her actions. So what Leyna has decided to do is that she's decided to talk to Ethan, and maybe Ethan can get through to Esther. Now, I'm not sure if he can, to be honest, considering Ethan had told Esther not to go to the bachelorette party yet. Lo and behold, she still pulled up.
I just want to say this. Nothing's ever sexual.
Well, you use the word sexy.
She's right. Use sexy. Derivative form of sex. It's a sexual word. What more do you want, man?
Is my mom sexy?
Of course she is.
Now, would I have sex with her? No. That's disgusting.
Yeah, the fact that you have to say that is even weirder.
It's kind of a given. It's not about the action. It's more just about the energy around saying those things, okay? We all know you're not gonna have sex with her, buddy, okay? You don't need to say it out loud, all right?
I can appreciate a fine wine.
Did this motherfucker just say he can appreciate a fine wine? I feel like that's such a flirty thing to say that you would use on, say, an older or mature woman, not on your mother. Again, as you would say, you're not trying to have sex with your mother.
What if I give you more compliments?
That might help. You know, you could still like hug her, you could still do whatever. You know, no ass grabbing though.
I don't grab her ass.
Well,
Maybe a smack here and there, but that's it.
okay. None of that anymore.
Really? Is that funny to you, buddy? Grabbing your mom's ass? You can't hide from me, buddy. Like I said, I got the receipts. They're stuck in here forever. I seen the contact between the booty and the hand.
I think me and my mom can like tame some stuff back, but it's gonna be very hard. It's gonna be even harder when all the boys are there because then it's just tons of stuff going on. We're all complimenting my mom and it's just tons of family and love.
I just need you to chill the fuck out and relax, especially during your wedding night, okay? That's all I ask. And again, behind closed doors, do whatever the hell you want, but please, for the sake of your girlfriend / your future wife, and for everyone generally around you, just tone it down like this much, please. Please.
No, Leyna, honestly, I love you so much. There's no one in the world I would rather be with than you. I will do whatever I can to make sure that you feel appreciated and loved. I love you and I want to do whatever I can to make you happy.
Out of all the mama's boys I've ever watched, Ethan has been the most eloquently spoken when it comes to compromise and making things work. Now, with all mama's boys, there's always some sort of issue, whether it be the son himself or the mom, and it's because of them, it hinders the relationship from progressing. Ethan, he's a little bit of a freaking weirdo. However, he has quite a bit of self-awareness. It seems that he truly does love Leyna, and he's going to do whatever he can to make sure that Leyna feels comfortable. And that's pretty much all anyone can ask, is that you make an effort and you try. It's not something that can happen overnight, but it's something that will progressively get better over time. Mad thumbs up for that, Ethan. Good job.
It's like, oh, Mom, you should try this second dress to change into.
I am shocked that Ethan doesn't understand wedding protocols and thinks it's normal for someone else to have a dress change that's not the bride.
Okay, thank God I'm watching the show, because I did not know that either. But I did sense something there. So, you idiot. You obviously want to highlight the bride. Boom, she changes gears into the after party. Wow, even more beautiful. Woo, woo, woo. Like, imagine if everyone just changed gears, and it's like, it loses the value and it loses the importance of why everyone is there, is to celebrate the love between the groom and the bride. So, good on you, Ethan. You took one step forward and took 10 steps back.
I'm not having that.
Yeah, obviously, it'll be fine.
Obviously, you should have said something when you were there picking out the dress for her. I mean, if you're aware of it now and telling Leyna that it was a bad idea, how did you not realize in the moment of time that it was a bad idea? Oh, bro, I was just gassing you up so hard, man. Don't make me take it back. Okay, so now we're heading back to Esther's house, and she's hosting a little weekend pool party thing. I'm not sure within this time frame if Ethan has had a conversation to Esther or not about everything they've talked about during that lunch. If not, I guess Leyna's got to step up once again to do the dirty work herself, so let's go.
Look what Mommy has. I saved you the heart-shaped strawberry. I'll hold it and you bite it. Don't fall down the step.
That's hot.
Like I said, the babying stuff is fine. Mama's boy stuff, chill. Why'd you need to say that's hot afterwards? It makes it sound like you have some weird mom-boy fetish, you know? Just don't.
Here, take off your sunglasses so I can...
Ethan, let your mama put your sunscreen on.
Just rub it on his chest.
She gonna rub it on these nuts, nigga. Yeah, I can't help but make random sexual jokes, but now I just feel so dirty doing it. Ah.
Ethan, come in. I want to do baby.
When we're in the pool, she'll just, you know, come up and grab one of us and just put us in her arms and...
Baby.
It's a little weird, sure, but it's probably like the least weirdest thing that these guys do. My only gripe is like the flirtatious nature. Like, honestly, I don't really care too much about the babying stuff, because I'm like, so what? If the guy thinks he's a little boy and he makes the mom happy, I'm totally fine with that. The hot, sexy shit, like, yeah, that's gotta stop, man.
Baby's not flirting. It's just a fun game. And when we have banter, I don't understand the word flirting, because mother and son can't flirt. It's conversation.
Stop the cap.
You don't see it that way. Everyone else sees it that way. Literally, the only people who say it isn't flirting are the two people that are flirting. So, I don't know, man.
I'm pretty frustrated that Ethan and Esther are just flirting in front of my friends after I specifically asked them not to. They just completely don't care about what I said, and I feel a little disrespected.
Again, it's also perspective. Now, I said the whole babying thing isn't really flirting, but if, say, for example, Leyna sees it that way, and she's explicitly voiced it to Ethan and Esther, then it's kind of obvious that they're not really giving a shit or trying if they're still continuing to do so. Maybe it's okay to do it, but maybe just tone it down a little bit, and then Leyna can actually see that you're really trying. Right now, what I see is they're just going full-blown baby mode. It's just not fair on her in terms of her feelings.
So I hear you may be doing a wardrobe change.
We went wedding dress shopping, and he found a dress.
So Esther just blamed it on Ethan, saying it was all his idea. I understand if Ethan thought that was okay, but Esther should know that's not okay.
And it's true, it was technically Ethan's idea, but yeah, Leyna's right, man. Like, Esther's been through 2 fucking marriages. I think by now she would know the etiquette. Come on now. This is my first time hearing it, and at least now I'm gonna commit it to memory, and I'll never forget. This is the 3rd wedding, bro. Come on.
Would you mind if I did?
Absolutely not.
The bride changes to the after party dress.
Put me in a really uncomfortable situation. Ask Ethan why he wanted me to change.
Even if Ethan wanted this from you, you should have known the etiquette and at least told Ethan no. Then also, Ethan, I don't know how long it's been since Leyna had this conversation with you at that diner about her having the second dress, but how have you not spoken to her about it yet? Okay, so Ethan, you gotta be accountable for the changes that you're trying to make for your partner. So now we get to see a little bit more of an inside perspective to this whole weird family situation. In comes Shane, one of Ethan's brothers, and of course Esther's son, who is now a musician who lives in Nashville, so obviously he's not around quite often. And And it'll be interesting to see how he sees this whole Flirty situation. He also grew up in the same environment, and Ethan and Esther both say that this is just something they're used to, they're accustomed to it, and it's just showing affection within family. So let's see if Shane feels the same way.
Still talk on the phone every day, and I think it's very fair to say my mom is my biggest fan. She claims to know all my lyrics. It feels good to have a loving mother. I mean, who doesn't want that?
Okay, so far seems quite normal. I'm all good with it so far.
You gotta admit, she is a hot mom.
When Ethan goes, oh, you're hot, Leyna thinks it's over the top.
I mean, I get it, but like, I'm used to it. You're his mom. What's she have to worry about?
Nothing. That's why I think it's so silly.
Him saying he's used to it, he's grown up around it, there's nothing wrong with it, that's fine. And even the compliments flying both ways about, you know, the mom being hard, and it doesn't really faze him at all. And he even says himself that there shouldn't really be anything to be jealous about because, you know, Esther's the mom. It's not like she's a contending partner or anything.
I definitely don't call my mom hot. I could see why Leyna's a little creeped out. It's weird as hell. I've been around it all my life, so I'm used to it, but like when I bring home someone new, like I gotta warn them a little bit, you know?
He doesn't call her hot, or at least not anymore, because he understands that from an outside perspective, it's a little bit weird. You know, people don't warn people if there isn't something wrong, you know what I mean?
We're at full capacity with our guest list. I have like 20 friends from tennis. Since we're paying for the whole wedding, I would like for Leyna to cut the number down a little bit.
That's very questionable, because sure, you're paying for it all, but again, I have no context who decided this. It's still not your wedding though, so I don't even know why you have so many people.
Really, it's my mom's My mom's planning this wedding. She's doing everything for it. Leyna has compromised already so much with the wedding. I think Leyna is not going to take the news well that she needs to cut back her guest list.
So why would you want her to compromise even more? It's like you're adding so much unnecessary pressure to her closer to the day.
This is me entertaining. Like, I don't want people upset with me.
Okay.
And this reflects a lot on Esther's character as well. She says she's entertaining and she doesn't want people to be upset with her. It really shows that she's putting herself on this pedestal of importance, saying that, you know, I'm doing all this work, I'm spending all this money, I'm putting this party and event together, so I should be the one that's being glorified, and everyone should know that I am the entertainment, that I am doing this all for you guys. And it just takes away from the celebration of the wedding itself, and it feels more like a kiss Esther's ass party, you know? So now Ethan, obviously, because he said he's going to do anything that Esther wants.
Whatever Esther wants me to do, I will do. Okay.
Has to go and confront Leyna and tell her about the guest list. Now, Ethan reckons that the best way to soften her up before hitting her with the bad news is to take her to the place that he proposed to her. You can already see how this is a stupid idea.
I'm so touched that Ethan planned this little romantic afternoon for us, because I just love being with him.
Yeah, you won't be saying that in 5 minutes.
My parents want to cut the guest list a little bit, so...
On their side?
On both sides. We're going to have to make some cuts. Unfortunately, it's going to be both sides, Leyna.
Way to sugarcoat it, buddy. On both sides, huh? Yeah, right. No. Just your side, honey.
We just want to go over some of the people that are invited and just make sure you're not inviting fourth cousins that you see once every 10 years or something like that.
I'm not.
Because it's your wedding. Have you not seen the list? I'm sure you know if Leyna's inviting her fourth cousin that she never sees.
They're important enough to go to my wedding. That's all that matters.
But what if they aren't important?
But they are. You think I'm an idiot?
Please don't give me attitude, Leyna.
Damn, Ethan even talks like Esther sometimes. They're saying like, please don't give me attitude. It's the same as when Esther was kind of just like,
I'm gonna stop right there. Don't take your bad mood out on me.
I'm not. I'm just saying you just cut Leyna off. Throughout this whole process, you always do cut Leyna off.
I just won't say anything the whole time, so go ahead.
It's very dismissive of the other person's feelings. It's kind of immature. How can you expect the other person to not have an attitude when the thing you're discussing is gonna enable some fiery emotions?
Esther has 80 and your dad has 50. I'm not changing 75. I understand they're paying for it and everything, but it's still my wedding.
Not just your wedding. It's all of our wedding.
Whose wedding are we celebrating here? The important subjects at the wedding are the broom. Same broom, aren't I? The important subjects at the wedding are the groom and the bride. So if the people who are coming aren't related to them in terms of being family or friends that they want there, the rest shouldn't need to be there.
So are you gonna apologize for upsetting me?
I don't like being told to apologize.
Well, I don't like telling you to apologize to me. I clearly am upset and you're just sitting here.
I'm very sorry. Does that make you happy?
Wow, that is so awkward. I think the sarcastic apologies are unnecessary. Like, just apologize if you mean it. If not, then just take some time to cool down first, because otherwise that's just going to lead to more issues.
I think I need to stand up for myself.
I want one that color.
It's my baby.
My baby. If you have a baby, you could do this with your baby.
Can you not do that?
Yeah, if I had a baby, I would like to baby them, but I'm not a grown-ass man, and I just find it hard to believe that Ethan is doing this kind of shit for Leyna as well. If he was, I'm sure Leyna would feel a little less pressed on the regular. So of course, since Ethan isn't gonna step up and say anything, once again, it is up to Leyna to say something about this whole wedding situation and the whole guest list thing. Let's get to the drama.
Leyna's been around our family for the last 5 years, and she's seen how close we are, how affectionate we are. I don't know why all of a sudden she's bringing it up now. I just hope that it's not the start of many things that she's going to bring up.
That is also another fair point. She definitely has seen what Ethan and Esther are like. Maybe it's escalated over the years, I'm not sure. But I mean, at the end of the day, if someone's uncomfortable and someone has the balls to just go ahead and confront you about something, and if you care about them and that they're going to be potential family, you should at least hear them out and see what you can do to compromise.
My relationship with my mom is not going to change when me and Leyna get married.
I'm worried about what society and my friends are going to think about that, who I'm marrying, and
they're going to think that we're a loving family.
Yeah.
Loving family? Oh, loving, damn, Lee. Damn, Lee.
Always and forever my mommy will be.
It's always and forever my baby will be.
Ethan,
Go hug her.
please.
Go hug your soon-to-be wife.
Like, it really seems like they don't care, because you can see that Leyna's being very vulnerable and speaking from her heart. They just kind of joke around. If I was in Leyna's shoes and then Ethan's mom then told Ethan to come hug me, I would tell him to fuck right off, bro, because I am not in the mood. They just treat you like a joke. Now, unfortunately, the series comes to a very sad end. In the next scene, 3 weeks later, Ethan's pet cat unfortunately passes away. They've had to postpone the wedding.
So I think we're just going to postpone the wedding. Our cat Dennis, we just found out he has cancer and it's growing. This isn't just a pet to Ethan, this is his literal child.
Which I understand. Like, I don't even know if I could be emotionally strong enough to even go through a wedding, which is supposed to be an extremely happy moment, if, say, my dog died. In saying that, you know, it is a happy moment, and maybe it's actually something you need to help the grieving. But look, everyone's different, so to each their own.
So Dennis is, a licensed therapy cat. He's helped me with a lot of anxiety. My best friend, he's my son. So we're moving the wedding not only to accommodate grieving, but just to accommodate this extra care that Dennis needs.
Not the way I was expecting this series to end, but hey, my heart's out to you, brother. I hope you're doing well now. I'm sure at the time of this filming was a while ago, and yeah, to hear that this cat has helped you through your own mental issues, it's sad to hear that now. Dennis is now not here with us. I hope you find some peace with his passing.
Any other reason for the wedding to be canceled other than Dennis?
No, there's no other reason for the wedding to be canceled other than Dennis.
Damn, that was quite a long pause. The thing is, like, yeah, maybe the way that they act might have played a part in like slowing the wedding process down, but in saying that, I feel that Esther is so unaware of her surroundings that she probably doesn't even realize that she's the problem. Like I said, she puts herself on this pedestal, she's very self-centered, and doesn't really care about how Leyna feels. Now, the final card here says that there hasn't been a new wedding date set yet, and unfortunately, don't really see Ethan or Leyna or Esther at any other point in time in the series. So, gonna do some research. Here we go. There's being a mama's boy in the relationship between Ethan Weissman and his mother, Esther. Despite the show focusing on Ethan and Leyna Rosen's impending wedding, all the pet names, bullish smacks, and flirtatious compliments were controversial between Ethan and his mom. Their wedding was in limbo, with Leyna overwhelmed with Esther's self-importance and Ethan's refusal to curtail his flirting. After Ethan's best bud / emotional support cat Dennis passed away, it was postponed altogether. While the Ohio-based couple is still together, their wedding has yet to come to fruition. So it seems that they're still together. I have had a look at their Instagram profiles. I'm not going to post them. If you guys want to have a look, you're more than welcome to. It doesn't seem like they're separated, so I think they're still together. And again, like I said, I love and I hope things have worked out. And again, I'm sorry to hear about your cat, but it feels like there isn't, the kind of closure that I was hoping for. Maybe one day when more information comes out, I'll definitely cover this. But let's review what we've seen so far. Can confidently say that Ethan is indeed a mama's boy, and he has his moments of defending Leyna and being a good boyfriend. He does have the awareness that, you know, Leyna is uncomfortable, but he lacks the initiative to do something about it actively whenever Esther's around. And Esther has this sense of, like that post said, a sense of self-importance, and it's almost arrogant. You know, she puts herself on this pedestal and thinks that nothing she does is wrong. She doesn't take accountability for her actions, especially when people tell her not to do something like crash the bachelorette party, but she just goes ahead and does it anyway and tries to justify her actions. It seems to be a Esther's world, and everyone else is just living in it. At the end of the day, as long as everyone is happy, then that's all that matters. But again, I want to take it back to one thing that Ethan was saying earlier in this episode, and I think it's the whole catch of this entire episode, and it's that marriage and any relationship is about compromise. You know, when things get tough, you can't just call it quits without trying. Relationship is about compromise, and if you can clearly see that your partner is uncomfortable about something or going through something, then it is your duty as their partner to have some initiative to try and remedy the situation by, first of all, communicating to them and figuring out what the issue is and how you can adjust to make them feel more comfortable, and understanding that it isn't a overnight switch that happens, and that it takes time to get to a place where everyone understands each other is the key to a successful relationship. But anyway, that's the end of this mama's boy Ethan. Too many sexual jokes, man. I can't do it. It's like I'm watching MILF Manor. But hey, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, think about leaving a like and also maybe subscribing, because I got more coming your way. Otherwise, you lovely ladies and gentle dicks, you take care of yourselves. It's your boy eLVn, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Said she feeling horny. Don't lie, say it straight, I know you want me, girl. Said I know you want me. Don't lie, feel this tension between us burning up. Called you up, I know it's 3 in the morning. Bet you ain't sleep yet, I know that you lonely. Know that you lonely. No man can claim you, yeah, that's what you told me. But with me